What is up, everybody? Welcome on back to Ruthless GOONER. Why will you be ruthless or you will be replaced? First thing first, sorry I've been away for a fair while. I've been away for nearly a couple of weeks now to deal with some personal issues and so on, but also spending a little bit of time with my son at his first festival weekend last weekend. So, yeah, we've come back, and I've come back to the state of the Arsenal, winner in a lot more better space, shall we say. Arsenal literally got one hand on the Premier League trophy, and last night, this guy above me, Bukayo Saka, star boy, scoring the goal to send us to the Champions League final for the second time in our history. We've got a lot to dive in. We've got a lot to get on with this show. Make sure you smash the like button. Make sure you hype the video. Subscribe to the channel. As I said, thank you to everyone that has been very patient with me. We've been away for a while, but we are going to get back to some sort of normality at some point, okay? So here we go. Arsenal beating Atletico Madrid last night 1-0. There's no point in... there's going to be no screaming and shouting. We're actually all in a very, very happy place. All in a very good place today. People wondered what would we do in this lineup going into this game. Lewis Skelly played in the 3-0 win against Fulham, performed really, really well. Arteta actually had the bollocks to actually do it again. He actually turned around to do it again. Same lineup as he had against Fulham. Perfectly good display. Again, it was going to be one of those gritty, nasty games that we're always capable of seeing. Arsenal performed pretty decently. Defensively, outstanding. The two centre-halves, they can't get any more praise than what they already are right now. And you look at Saliba, Gabriel, they've been our two workhorses in the back, which we needed for a while. But the fullbacks, Annabelle Lookman made Ben White look like a professional footballer last night. Do you realise how really poor you've got to be to make Ben White look half decent? That's alarmingly. But Ben White performed pretty decently. Calafiori did really, really well in the first half. Second half, tailed off towards the end. That's why Kepa come on. And when Kepa come on, you saw be a little more direct, a bit more aggressive going forward. That beautiful ball he put it right across the face of the box to Yoko, just a slam in, except he put it over the bar, was a very, very big missed opportunity there. Midfield. Declan Rice. This guy finally got to play in his role as the number 6. And you saw him cover every blade of grass. Mopping up a lot of balls. Defensively stout. He did roll forward a few times as well to give Eze a little bit of help. Overall, Declan Rice was man of the match according to what TNT said. But there's another man of the match for me in personal opinion. But tell you what, it was a very, very good display there from Declan Rice. This guy is a captain in all but name right now. So as soon as he does get the armband full time, then we know we're in for a big, big shout here regarding of that. Miles Lewis Skelly didn't have his best game. Preferred to lose game against Fulham, but he still performed at a very, very high level. Very, very good work. And he was always trying to get the direct passes through. But played really, really well. And I think overall, it's almost as if Arteta finally realised, I know I can actually play Miles Lewis Skelly in midfield. We have been saying this for the good part of 2 years now. But Lewis Skelly in midfield, you get an extra body in there. Now he's using Skelly more. Are they going to go back to Zubimendi? Probably not. Eze. Probably one of the worst players on the pitch for me. Eze was good, but he wasn't involved in the game as much as he should have been. It should have been a lot more direct from him. He didn't pass particularly great. He was trying to find spaces, but just couldn't. It was one of his poorest games. But he was the best. Everyone played really, really well. Eze was the slightly below on that one. When we go to the forwards, Bukayo Saka, star boy. I don't know what's happened over the last 2 games, mate. but you have performed absolutely admirably. Admirably. Beg your pardon. That goal you scored it may have just been a deflection off the keeper, but right place, right time. Beautiful ball by William Saliba to Gyökeres. He then pings across back to Trossard. Trossard goes for a shot. It takes a deflection off the player on the way to go into the hands of Oblak. He kind of palms it back into the danger zone, and Bukayo Saka is just there, right place, right time to tap it in. And listen, that was the only goal that got scored. Brilliant set up, and Arsenal take the lead of them. From that point, it just felt like that. Yeah, it just basically felt like that game was over. Big up to KLS, big up mate, good. Dark side of the building, yo, big up bro, big up mate. Thank you much for having me on your channel, mate. I'm much more sober this time today than what I was last night. Yeah, all good in that. Leandro Trossard. This guy's been doing my nutting all season. The last 2 games, been performing like his hair's on fire. He had the fullback on stilts. In that game. Great assist, obviously, for the... you could call it... Is it really an assist? I don't really know, really. But anyway, he did something towards the goal. It's an open book. Come on, anytime. Player ratings. I'll get on to player ratings in a minute, mate. I'm just going through the direct list of the team and so on. But Trossard had a really good game. Caused a heck load of problems. Gyökeres, despite the fact he missed the sitter, that was probably one of his best performances. His work rate, hold up play, and him just being an absolute bastard. The both centre halves. No wonder Lenormand ended up getting subbed off just after half time. He couldn't handle with him. Could simply not handle him at all. Gyökeres was a huge problem to deal with, and they just couldn't deal with it. And I want that out of Gyökeres. I mean, he's not got the best hold-up playability, but he has got heart, and he has got fight, and he would want... He's like a dog. He's like a Rottweiler. He wants to get to that ball first. He really does. Gyökeres had chances. He got pulled back a few times in the second half. He tried to wheel off the last man. He got brought down. I thought one of them should have been at least a sending off for Atletico, but it is what it is. And so on. But Gyökeres, I was so impressed. My favorite striker. I'm his defense attorney, and he was outstanding last night. I don't want to hear anything about Kai Havertz. Kai Havertz is just... He's all right. He's all right, but he ain't exactly all that. He really isn't all that, okay? Going into the substitutions, one other player, David Raya. Didn't have a lot to do in that game. I think Atletico had 2 shots on target the entire game. Hang on, let's just have a look at it. They had 2 shots on the entire game. Yep, they had 2 shots. One of them was, and both were peewee shots. They really troubled David Raya at all in that game. The only thing I would say, the passing out from the back and passing across the box always gets me a little bit nervous for David Raya. Apart from that, another clean sheet. The guy's had more clean sheets than a bedroom department. He really, really has. Substitutions. Let's just go to the lineups quickly on my phone. Here we go. Lots of substitutions. Pierre Nketiah came on for Calafiori. He was the one who almost got the assist for Gyökeres' goal, which he sailed over the bar. I mean, if he put that straight across the ground, that probably will get buried in. But because it's sort of like he kind of like chipped it and it bounced into the path of bounced into the path of Gyökeres. When he tried to get the shot off, it just went over the bar. So that's unlucky for him. Martin Odegaard also come on for Eberechi Eze. Now, you know me, I don't like Odegaard. However, he did keep the midfield composed. He did keep it controlled. He had one attempt as well that went over the bar as well. A fairly good attempt, actually, I'd say. But overall, he was just there to keep the peace. Noni Madueke, come on for Bukayo Saka. Yeah, Madueke. He may have done a few nice turns here and there, but nothing drastic to talk about. Madueke is still a shit player anyway. Zubamendi come on for Miles with Sketty. Zubamendi actually come on, and he was getting right stuck in. Zubamendi. So a good sub on that one. And then obviously Gabriel Martinelli come on for Trossard. I don't think Martinelli did anything, to be honest with you. I don't think he really did anything possible. Big opportunity. There were some opportunities there. Madueke was awful. I'd sell him. Yeah, Madueke's awful, mate. He's poor. So poor. Yeah. He's not a good player. Well, if I was honest with you right now, I know he's only signed his contract and only been at Atletico this year, but I would sell Havertz. I'd sell Havertz. I'd sell Madueke. And then I use that money and see how much does Atletico Madrid want for Alex Baena. And then what I'd do is I'll move Martinelli into a centre forward role with Yokeles, and then I'll use Trossard and Baena as the two rotational on the left. Or if you wanted to, you could also have Eze rotate and Baena could play in the 10. You know, they're both playing roughly the same sort of position. So, you know, that could work. That could work. Superman, he knows he has competition now, hence he took it up again. Exactly. He's also not very good either. But there we go. There we go. I'm going to talk a little bit about what we've been seeing on the discourse. I'm on X currently right now. So let me, don't worry. There's nothing going to be drastic about this. It's good. Basically what we've seen so far. This is just off Fabrizio Romano because I get pop-ups all the time for Fabrizio. Arsenal reached the Champions League final as unbeaten in the competition. 14 games, 9 clean sheets, 6 goals conceded. Fantastic job by Mikel Arteta and his team. You know what? You can't... I'd take Krupi. I would take Krupi. I don't know how much Bournemouth would want for him. I think Krupi's a quality player. Him and Eze rotating. Yeah, that'll be fun. That'll be fun, mate. I'm not going to lie. Listen, Arsenal in the Champions League. Yeah, we've got the, you know, we had a good run in the league phase. Obviously, we had some difficult games to navigate. Obviously, Bayern Munich we had to play, Atletico Madrid we had to play, Inter Milan we had to play, and we had a few terrible teams, shall we say? But then you get to the league phase. Obviously, we got the rub of the green when it comes to the draw. Now we got put onto the right side of the draw instead of the left side. And, you know, when you've got Bayer Leverkusen Sporting and then Atletico Madrid, you should theoretically make the final. You really, really should. But you still have to do your job at the end of the day. And Arsenal have done it and they're through to the final. So happy days for them. Celebrating the Champions League and all the Arsenal fans are going mental in the stand. You know what? The fans were absolutely incredible last night. They were incredible. Okay, I'm not going to talk about the referee. He's done the best he could. We should talk about him. Not to say he's done the best he possibly could. Okay, fair enough. That's the same one again by Bukayo Saka. I'll tell you, look at the greedy. Look at that green. It looks like something like that horror movie. What's it called? Smile. It looks something like that horror. You smile and he kills you. I don't know. Griezmann plays his last Champions League. He's had a quality career, Griezmann. He's had an absolute quality career. Not going to lie. He's going to go over to the MLS now. Although Matisse was having a rant about him, saying, go over to the MLS now and start learning American. Hang on, start learning American. It's the same language, you dumb cunt. What you talking about? Anyway. Diego Simeone, we did compete at an incredible level against a team with way stronger financial power. Oh, here we go. There's the first excuse from Simeone. Thanks to everyone. We need to thank these players for what they did. Mo, it's got nothing to do with stronger financial power, mate. It's the fact that we defended and we had a structure in place, and you can break us down. That's how you did it. You registered 2 shots on target, bruv. Go on. No sense to talk about that clear penalty on Griezmann. It doesn't make sense to talk about it now. It wasn't a penalty. It wasn't a penalty. It was not a penalty at all. Sometimes we were unlucky. References can be very good for us. It wasn't unlucky. The penalty wasn't warranted. Congratulations to Arsenal. They deserve, as they've been fighting for years to get to the final. Mikel Arteta did an incredible job so far, so I am happy for him. So fair play. Okay, he did register that he was good in that. Saka says, it's so beautiful. You just have to see what it means to us, what it means to the fans. Glory to God. We go to the final now. It's a beautiful story, and I hope it ends well in Budapest. Hopefully. But Saka's now turned up in back-to-back semi-finals now for Arsenal to score a winner. I would say clutch, but he hasn't done it in the final yet. Declan Rice got man of the match. It is chaos in the dressing room. I don't think you can underestimate what we have done in this competition up to this point. The most prestigious competition in club football. We are just trying to soak it all in. Soak it all in, mate, but you need to get it head on because you got West Ham on Sunday, so I won't go too mental about it. There we go. UEFA man of the match. And it was Declan Rice. Fair enough. I'm not against the idea. Celebrations after the match at the Emirates Stadium on a huge night at Arsenal. Yeah, they're all going mental. The reason why they're all celebrating like this, it's because, it's in front of your fans. Because the next time, if you was going to celebrate, it will be in a final, in a neutral venue. So make the most of it. We've just sent you to the right. And this is obviously a thank you to the fans as well for what they did. So, overall, God, what is it? Jesus fucking Christ, I want to see that. Mikel Arteta, it's an incredible night. We made history again together. I cannot be happy or proud of everyone involved in this club. Outside the stadium was special and unique. The atmosphere, the support generated the energy and made it special. I never felt that in the stadium. The Emirates has always been a bit like a soulless bowl in a way. But for what I was watching on Amazon, it looked like that the crowd was going off. It did like the crowd was bouncing, and it wasn't like nervy, anything else. They were bouncing, it was full of energy, they were singing, they were trying to make it a cauldron. And we haven't seen that from the Emirates in a long time, if not ever at all. Not even in the PSG second leg game last year. To live this kind of moment is an incredible feeling. The support set standards. We tried to catch up with them. To see pride in their eyes is beautiful. I am very critical with myself. Let's go for it. Well, at least you are going to go for it because you're in the final. Trust me for everything. The boys did an incredible job after 20 years of only scored for only his second. He scored second time in our history. We are back in the Champions League final. Yeah, Arsenal done it again. Once we went 1-0 up, we were going to win the game and going against Budapest. That's what Declan Rice has said. Bukayo Saka's tweet of this. What is that? What is that? Miles Lewis getting on Instagram talking to his grandmother and dancing with his mother. Budapest to be specific. That's cute. I like that. Mikel Arteta, Diego Simeone, we know each other well. It's very hard for anyone who you're so close that it gets taken away from. You feel in sync with him because I know what it's like to be on the other side. It happened to be last year. Yeah, listen, one of the things that we understand is that Arsenal with Arteta, he's always a little bit of a jack in the box, but Diego Simeone is like jack in the box on steroids. There were tensions bubbling on the touchline between both sides because both were straying way out of their technical areas. And I think it was in extra time in the second half. I think it was Bursa who came down the tunnel, who was sitting in the tunnel, come down the tunnel and then started to square up to Simeone. I was like, what the hell's going on here? And I was like, is that Berta? I goes, yeah, well, there goes him, Diego Simeone, rekindling anything. If Simeone was to become manager of Arsenal, that ain't happening anytime soon. Declan's put, this era of Arsenal fans, I know people that have been there from the start, have had a lot of ups and downs. I'm happy we've done it for the club and for this set of players and our manager because everyone deserves it. The fans deserve it. Let's have a look. Giuliano Simeone on Instagram. Oh, wow, it's a fucking game of football. It's contact sport. Shut the fuck up, bruv. Yeah. Not just... Like I said, Yoko Start was immense. His work great. The way he held the ball, fantastic. Yeah, he did a really good job. He did an amazing, amazing job in that game. I couldn't be so proud of my striker. 2020 Bukayo posted, you deserve more Arsenal fans. He did. Today, Arsenal UCL finals with the winning goal scored by Bukayo Saka. Yep. Now go and do it in the final, kid. Now go do it in the final. More dancing and that. William Saliba, we have 4 finals. We want to win all of them. And I'm sure that we can do it. That's the mindset every player needs. You got 4 finals. 3 in the Premier League, but then you got the Champions League final. Go and finish the job off. You won't hear me whinging or complaining if we win the league. You won't hear me whinging and complaining at all. We've always known what Miles can do. I remember last year when he played so many games, when he stepped up away to Real Madrid at 18, that's when I thought, wow, we really have a player. He is a quality player. Put him in midfield, he's a quality player. Put him at left back, he's there to be wanted. Rice on Champions League final, bring it on. I'll be ready, Budapest. I want every Arsenal fan out there. 200,000 of you come out. Let's make it really special. Well, they've only allocated around about just under 17,000 tickets for the final when there's 67,000 seated stadium. I think 30,000 of it is all corporate buyers who couldn't give a flying fuck about football. But anyway, 200,000 people out, Arsenal fans out in Budapest. That would be freaking madness. We know deep down who we really want to face in the finals, what Bukayo Saka said. I got a suspicious feeling that they are going to want PSG. I think they want revenge from last year's semi-final. But honestly, if we have any chance of winning that final, I would rather face Bayern Munich. They're still good attacking, but defensively, they can be a bit suspect. I've always said that this club is more than a club. It's a family. We have each other's back. The togetherness got us where we are right now. What he's been saying. Arteta says, I went to some of the players and told them I'm sorry, but are we picking the same lineup against Fulham? They said to me, boss, we're here whenever you need us. And then they hugged me. I wouldn't go that far. I'd never say they hugged me. I think they would more be like, yeah, okay, put your best player out there. And I think, unless I can find anyone else, Declan Rice on facing West Ham. It's a club that gave me everything. Without West Ham, there's no me. I honestly believe that. They gave me a chance when Chelsea didn't. A lot of people really did push me on. Moyes, Bilic, and Pellegrini made me captain. There's loads of good things about that club. It's not nice to see the position they are, but it's football and I have a job to do. We're trying to win the Premier League title. May the best team win. Well, hopefully that's going to be us come Sunday. And I think that's it. Also, as Enrique said, we are not looking to defend the result the first day because we're aiming to win the match. That's our goal. Today, all supporters won't stop singing. The players won't stop playing. Careful. You're not in Paris anymore. You're in Munich. The Allianz Arena can do some dangerous things to you. Okay, and I think that's about it on that front. But listen, Arsenal deserved it. Performed admirably. Performed really, really, really well. I cannot be any more proud of this team. Generally cannot be any more proud of this team. But listen, dust yourself off, and we're going to end up going again. You mentioned about my ratings. David Raya gets an 8. Gets an 8 for me. Performed really well. Let's go left back. Calafiori. I think he gets a 7. He gets a 7. It's solid 7. Did one of his better performances. It was Peter Calafiori. Saliba, 8. Gabriel, 8. Both performed brilliantly. Ben White. Even Ben White gets a 7. We don't give Ben White 7s very often, but he actually performed really, really well. Really happy for him. Declan Rice, 8. I'm going to go 8.5. He's almost at man match. Almost 8.5 for me. Lewis Skelly gets an 8 as well. Performed really, really well in the midfield as well. Eze, 6 for me. Was one of the worst players on the pitch in the first half, and then we took him off. It was a lot better. Trossard gets an 8. Saka, 9. Saka gets a 9 because obviously he got the goal and that's going to send us through and whatnot. Yokeles, 9 for me, and 9 means a 9. So you know it's the same as Saka, but for me, his work rate was unbelievable in that game. So I'm going to give Yokeles man of the match on my side of things. But yeah, listen, we're through to the final now. Who do we want? Do we want Bayern Munich or do we want PSG? We will find out later on tonight. I might do a little upload for tonight as well on what we think on Arsenal facing PSG or Bayern Munich. Who do you want? Make sure you put your comments down in the section below. Who do you want in the final? Yeah, listen, 3 more games in the Premier League left. Let's win them all. Let's win the league, and then let's go for the big one, the Gary Lineker ears. Let's go for the Champions League. We know we can do it. It's gonna be a tough ask, but I know we can do it. You look at the schedule left. Away to West Ham, have to win that game. At home to Burnley. I've said in many chats, I said we're guaranteed to win against Burnley. Burnley might just play a little bit free flowing, but that probably opens us up for us all the time. So I'm probably going to go with the Burnley. We'll win that game. away to Palace. I hope the title is done and dusted by the Burnley game, because if it's not, 24th of May, not only is the final game of the season, which Arsenal need to win the league, but also it's my child's 5th birthday, and we're taking him to Bolton's Park. So I don't want to be constantly looking at my phone and be really, really nervous about it. But listen, we'll see. We will see what happens. Listen, I want to thank you all for tuning in for this little reaction show we're doing. Listen, we are going to be back on in due course as well. We'll do. We was going to do press conference. That's pretty much what Arteta said, if not better. And I know some of the top gooners have been going off and being all over the top, this, that, and the other. But look, at the end of the day, in these circumstances, okay, we're in the final on Champions League. Let's just everyone, let everyone have their moment. Let everyone be happy, and listen. We move on to the next game. Move on to this game. Move on to West Ham. Should have some more content come up for you in the week as well. So please make sure you are smashing the like button. Make sure you are hyping the video. Make sure you are subscribing to the channel. So I am going to be back now. I've been away for a couple of weeks, as I already said, but we're going to be back permanently now. Big up to Darkside, who's been in the chat. Big up to KLS, who's been in the chat now. We're going to get on out of here. And remember, Champions League final, baby. Champions League final. I was 15 when we was in our first one. I do not want to have a repeat of the same heartache ever again. I really don't. I really, really don't. So for now, let's celebrate, dust ourselves down, and we go again on Sunday away to West Ham. Who was the 7-4 dark side? Who was the 7-4? Who did I give the 7-4? I kind of feel it gets the 6, to be honest. Okay, fair enough. If PP Cali gets the 6, I thought Cali did all right. To be fair, the second half he tailed off. That's why he got subbed. But I thought the back line. I mean, if the back line doesn't ship any goals, then it's always going to be. It's always going to be a good day for you. It's always going to be a good day for you. Darkside, hit me up on Instagram. I know PSG and Bayern Munich are playing tonight, but if you fancy doing a watch along together on my channel, give us a hit and we'll get something organised. But now we're going out of it because I've got to go and sort out some shopping because my boy is apparently is going on his first little field trip tomorrow. So, and he needs a lunchbox. So I've got to go out and do fatherly duties. Big up to Rich99 Arsenal. Big up to you, bro. Carl, big smash up, likes up, big up chat. Let's make history. Yeah, let's make history. Hopefully we can, mate. Hopefully we can. Yeah, we've been on this back of this manager for fucking years and years and years now. It's time to put an end to the shit show. It really is. Win the league, win the Champions League, and I don't think even the most negative, toxic Arteta out fans can turn around and go, they still want the manager out because you've won the pinnacle of English football in the Premier League, and then you go win the pinnacle of what you can in Europe as a football club in the Champions League. That's not wanted. That's a bit like freaking that's a bit like the Buffalo Bills going on to win a Super Bowl and then firing the head coach and GM afterwards, saying, oh, we're going to go a different direction now. Just makes no sense. You've just won the pinnacle of your sport. So let's just go and do it, shall we? But guys, we'll be back tomorrow. We could be back tomorrow. If Darkside gets hold of me, we might do a watch along for the PSG Bayern Munich game. That'll be a corker. That'll be an absolute corker of a game. So if you want, jump on board and yeah, we'll see what happens. Guys, thank you all for watching. Hype the video, like the video, subscribe to the channel. We're going out of here. And remember, be ruthless. Or hopefully, unlike this manager, will be replaced. See you later. Champions League final, baby. Let's fucking go!